Welcome to Stone Face Reactions. I'm Raktus, and this is Shy, and we're here to watch
It might be.
Summertime Render.
You hesitated there. It might be a shadow, I guess.
Oh, I was about to say this is my good friend Shy, but then it was like this is
Wink.
this is Shy. But yeah, no, I believe we're walking into episode 12, which originally we had thought would be the end of the series, but turns out to
Looks like
be
they're. Yeah.
little under halfway mark.
Yeah, they might just run summertime render through the whole summer. It looks like.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there an episode 13 out already?
There's like 15 out right now, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're not even separating them out into that word, that C word that I can't remember the name of, where they
Categories?
separate, what's that?
Columns? Categories? Columns?
Chorus,
Cores, yeah, there we go, yep.
COURS,
Yep,
where they
I
separate
remember.
a anime out into two parts over a season, which is separate than two seasons.
Right.
Yeah,
But they're
so
they're just running.
yeah, they're doing an old school anime run of 25.
I'm here for it, though.
But yeah, no, we got left off on the appearance of a living mother.
Yeah, we talked in length about that in
Right, as
circles.
opposed to a shadow mother, which is also existing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was saying last week I definitely think it's like the time travel one but weakened, and you're saying this is her before she's like brought back into full power at the festival. So this episode might give us context to one of those if they're one of those is even right. We don't
Yeah,
who
I think
knows.
my belief is she turns into the Shadow One at the festival, and that one
Yeah.
can travel
Yeah.
through time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a theory during the
No, that was
week.
your theory.
No, I had a
That was
different theory during the week,
oh,
and I can't remember what it
oh,
is anymore.
unfortunate.
I was literally gonna bring it up in chat, like, "Hey, Shy, listen to this," and then I was like, "Nah, hold on to that," and I held on to it.
Uh
Now it's gone.
you should have written it down somewhere else. But it's all
Yeah,
good. If
got a
you
lot
remember it
going on.
after the episode, we can talk about it.
I probably won't. I don't remember what it was. It was one of those eureka moments, like flash of brilliance. And then I
Oh,
let it
okay.
fade, and it's no longer there.
Oh, unfortunate.
But any other thoughts going into the episode?
Uh, Not really. I kind of just want to resolve what's been happening here. Maybe we'll get out of the sewers
Yeah, I'm really hoping this
and
doesn't
back
turn
into
into the
like interesting
forest.
content.
We keep,
Yeah, I like. I don't know. We like you were saying we're kind of at a plateau right now. I'd like another spike soon.
I just don't want to be the forest. I watched that gameplay. I know what that's all about.
Mhm.
And this very much looks like the forest, the end of the game.
I actually don't know the end of the game. I just know it's a survival game with cannibals, so should be neat.
Yeah, we already know I hate to spoil things. Even though I guess repeatedly saying, hey, it's the forest at you is kind of spoiling.
You usually ask before you do anything with detail, so you usually say, "Do you care about spoilers?" And I'll say, "No, I'm not going to watch it," and then you do it.
Yeah, but this is like hitting you over the head with a club about, well, see,
I'm
this is
not.
what I know about the forest, and I
It's
don't
fine. I'm
know
not
how
going to
all
play
the
it.
shit that I'm seeing applies.
It's all right. I'm not going to play it, but I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah, all
I'm
right,
ready to dive.
let's do it.
All right.
ついに見つけた。この子はあの夏祭りに何をしたのか、いや、何をするのかだ。それが分かれば止められる。
あのお姿はヒルコ様が最初にコピーした。
Okay, so she's the shadow.
彼女はその名で呼ばれることを好みます。彼女こそが人ヶ島の神、ヒルコの御事、影たちの母。
この子が神様やと。
That's the way it usually is in
最近の
anime.
栄養失調で足が弱ってしまったの
I
で。
know I said that before. She's like 1,000 years old, but looks like a little girl. Oh, she's a shadow. Okay.
Yeah, they said that. That was like the first line.
Yeah,
Really? It's been
yeah.
her the whole time? No, okay, that's actually kind of big.
お前やったんか。牛を
That's actually really big.
身を殺せ。島を飲み込んだ化け物。あれがこの島の神様だって。こいつはずっと初めからずっと。
All right, we
ずっと俺の目の前に
spiked a little bit. A little bit.
しんべヱ下がって。
I just want to say I like the visual that was handled there at the very end,
Yeah, that was
where the
sweet.
two half-brain babies look
Or
like.
like giant.
Oh no, I was saying they look like eyes, and that the shadow thing pushing away from the top of the screen looked like a brain, and that they're all standing on top of her face.
I was not paying enough attention to the scene setting. Dang.
Well, there was only like a second or two of it, but you know,
If you remember at the end of the episode, remind me to go back and like look at that real quick. I want to see it.
well, you know, the human brain sees faces and everything. It's like a survival instinct.
Yeah.
It's like to see like a tiger stalking you in tall grass or shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we anthropomorphize a lot of things that have no point in being that way. No, I just got hung up for a bit there on the. This is the first form that she originally took.
Yeah, that's like huge. Like that was a lot of info in like 3 sentences.
Right, but I was hung up on the. Is that the first form is in the human is here? That she originally copied and didn't actually kill? Or is it really her? And then they got answered like immediately.
Well, if it's the first person she ever copied, she's the mother of shadows, and she's 1,000 years old. I think it's safe to assume that child is dead.
I've been throwing out the 1,000-year-old thing as a joke. It's never been said.
Well, even still, like, she's been around a minute, so.
Right. I was just making the play on little girls being 1,000-year-old vampires in anime.
Oh, definitely. Who's this chick?
Negoro.
Oh, yeah, she was with the guy.
Yep.
At the morgue.
The doctor's office.
もうわかりますよね。そうした死人をうちはずっと彼女に与え続けているんですよ。父も祖父も曽祖父もそのまたずっと昔から。
なんやその棺。まさか人を食わせるっちゅんかその子に。待っ
とったぞ。今日も豪勢やの。明日はもっとですよ。
But why does the shadow body need an infusion?
Well, I don't know.
That's what's throwing me.
We do know that shadows bleed, and they do use the physical body to do things. So it's entirely possible it just drips from the body into the shadow.
No, I'm not questioning the logistics of it. I'm asking why at all. Then again, if
I don't know. Well, I mean, she's missing half her power. She's probably sickly. I mean, like, if you were missing one of your lungs, I mean, your body's gonna start fucking dying.
But she's a shadow.
Shadows have bodies.
No, they have shadows.
The shadow is their body. They call it the main body. If it can be hurt, interacted with, I think it counts.
I don't think we're going to find common ground on this, and I really hope they explain it in the show at some point.
遺体はお父さんがすり替えました。骨はハイネがプリントした誰かの骨です。
なんでそこまでしてその子を看病せなあかんねん。トキちゃん、全部知ってたんか。しおりちゃんが狙われてることも、牛尾が殺されることも。
牛尾さんのことは知らんかったです。まさか自分の影と協力してしおりちゃんを助けようとしてたなんて。 正義ぶって余計なことに首突っ込むから死んだんですよ。
We have known for some time, though, that they go after generations of families. We learned that from the author.
Oh, I'd already forgotten about that.
Yeah, but we didn't know that they were after this family.
He's some kind of sick. Turn her into a shadow? Honestly, probably just some weird preservation thing.
No, that mom died. She's a shadow now.
Yeah. There was like a split second in my brain where I was like, what?
Sorry, in my head also, Ginger Cop is still his dad in my head, which is already proven untrue.
Dude, she's dead. Like, don't bother.
Yeah,
Chuck a rock her head, beaner.
Some people do care about that shit.
They do. I don't know. I think I'm a little detached when it comes to that sort of thing.
I mean, we're at least back into the realm of mysteries. We're just a lot more supernatural shit is now involved.
I think I'm okay with that. I do not feel threatened by this child. I feel like Saitama right now. Like, who's the sassy lost child?
Oh yeah, from the episode where they first go into the underground part of the headquarters.
Man.
Terrible tornado, or whatever it was.
Tatsumaki is her name, I think? What?
Thank you for the blur, because I don't think I wanted to see that. Now you're thinking with ReZero. I guess we just didn't know that the nurse was actually a shadow the whole time.
This thing looks like Sloth from Full Metal Brotherhood. I think I want to see more shadow fights.
Well, goodbye fingertips. And a second show.
2 in a row! He didn't actually lose his fingers though, sadly. He should have.
If your point was to make it so he didn't die, then possibly inflicting serious bleeding wounds on him probably wasn't helpful.
これは食べたらダメですよ。大事な人質ですので。
しつこい。分かってるっちゅうね。
ご心配なく、ミオちゃんは生きてます。ただし、あなたたちが一歩でも動い
I'm thinking he's the doctor.
頭を生卵のように割っちゃいます。
Like the doctor got
that.
turned into a shadow too, and that's why they refer to him as father.
I could see that. That would make sense to me.
どうせみんな明日までの命ですし。
何を言ってんの？明日夏祭りの最後の食事でアイネの体を治す。お母さんを生きられるようにするんや。あとは今まで通り。それがお父さんの計画や。そうやろが。
The good news is, on the next reset, he has a new ally in this girl.
Of course, I'm wrong about the whole father thing. I keep forgetting that she is the daughter and
Yeah.
literally keeps just saying dad and father unless she doesn't know. Possible she doesn't know.
That is possible.
Because it's me.
Yeah, right. That's some Darth Vader like, yo, Luke. Your father ain't dead. You'll never fucking guess, buddy.
もう僕の意識がお姉ちゃんおいあんた大丈夫かすごい血や
Why would they make that ginger guy look so much like the cop if he wasn't his kid?
Also, Mio and him were together. So how did the other guy get Mio? And this guy is still wandering around.
I don't know, they didn't show anything like that.
He seems like that kind of guy.
They're G's, idiot. Good retort.
Well, because he's in the brother mode right now. No, brother mode is hair up, isn't it?
Yeah.
多分落とした銃を抜いてよ奴らに撃とうとしたけど転んで俺
He's a shadow.
そんで走ってそっからもう分からへん
Yeah.
逃げて正解だったな。
Like I said, that Mio and him were together, so...
頼みがある。
I wanted to hear what he had to say first.
だから私を運んでくれたまえよ。
ああ今すぐ病院に
違う。この洞窟の一番奥へだ。
I really feel like the art style really kicks in on the close-ups.
これを
Really does.
現実にしちゃダメだ
牛よこっちに来いゆっくりとな
お前ら許さん
許さなければなんです。ミオちゃんが死にますよ。来なさい。
Yeah, you just need Ushio to kill our main character.
やめろそいつに手出すなお前人を食いたいんやろだったら俺を食えよ
かっこよくし
Maybe not now, though.
無駄なんやから
So was that the time travel eye, or was the other one?
I think that was the time travel eye.
そんなんがネゴロを倒せるとは思えんおまんは劣化とは逆じゃむしろ成長しておるただ消すんは失った頭を直してつこちゃる明日は人手がいるからのこやつの力を消すのは無理か卵が先か鶏が先か因果が円環を成しておるわ
I have so many questions.
If it was her eye originally, why is it blue?
I don't.
She has a red eye.
Maybe she had heterochromia. She's a goddess.
Fair.
I don't. Maybe it's blue because he's a good guy.
Oh, they're describing his power.
He said the thing. Oh, so he can make use of his powers on his own.
Yeah, that time travel is just a thing he's been choosing to do, and not the extent of his power.
Ugh.
Bite your tongue off. I mean, that's the
Shadows
reason.
would probably like snatch it and hold his jaw open before he could.
Oh, I'm just saying that's the ReZero move is bite your tongue off.
Oh, absolutely. But he's definitely not the character in that one.
No, he's already talked about having somebody snap his neck for him. He's pulling into it now.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't remain a thing. But I do like that his only option, or like the only time he's like, "Yo, kill me," is if it's like, that's it.
Well, sister's dead now. I mean, you basically have to.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's gonna kill him because obviously, same as the last time at the festival. Well, she tried.
This episode is so good.
Turns out he wasn't a shadow. He was just an idiot.
Wait, girl, why didn't you shoot his shadow?
Well, she was just going for a distraction, it looks like. Also, he's standing in water, and as we previously discussed, that's like their ultimate defense.
I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Oh, he had poison.
Which is, of course, a way to kill yourself that also gives you plenty of time to talk. So we can still get extra explanation. Nothing like drinking mercury.
I do appreciate it took him this long to be like, hey, maybe I should int.
Though, I mean, neither of us counted on him having a backup plan like this.
No, that's... See, this episode, like, this is the spike that I was asking for. At least in terms of, like, intrigue. Mio's fighting back. Yeah. Ooh, the white.
Right, but I don't know what that means to the time reversal that's about to happen.
She's going with him. She's gonna follow him through time using her.
I mean, we've only seen him physically go back through time as a body once. Every other time he just wakes up.
Now he doesn't have to start over with her.
I guess if he explained that the eye has more powers, then yeah, it's possible.
He said you're barely scratching the surface of your power, boy. Thank goodness for that.
Does this also mean that there's going to be 2 of her?
I don't think so, because the goddess called her the egg when she was asking, which came first, the chicken or the egg. Did you come first or your power? Ushio's giving it to him. Ushio is what's taking him back. Or rather, I don't know. He's taking himself back, but I think she goes with to make sure he gets the power. That's my only assumption based on that. But that could just be me reading.
So much further ahead now.
Yeah. This is the next... Like, that's later in the afternoon, right?
Oh, and a very inconvenient time for her to show up. And now we get the loop number. Ah, that was action-packed.
The fact that we got a loop number on this episode means there's probably going to be some point where we just see an astronomical number.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, it's bugging out. The shadows are being inverted, like when you do I forget what it's called, but Mr. Negative from Spider-Man, it's that.
I wasn't even referencing that.
Inverting.
You spotted the whole thing messing up. I only noticed one of the credit names had been shadowed out.
Oh. Yo, this episode's kind of crazy.
So, I mean, I don't know. Was the background always been doing that before?
No. It's just been this.
Okay, because literally one of the names in the credits, like their role and their name was like shadowed, like that little effect, like you couldn't read it.
After this episode, could you do me a favor? Just go check the credits of the last one and see if that's a thing. See if that name is even there, or if whatever. Wow. I'm so glad they're not ending this right now.
Well, yeah, I don't think they could cap the series off here on a 12 episode.
I bet the season or the core, but fair. I didn't exactly make that clear. Next time, friend.
Oh, and even that is doing the shadow thing.
I love it when games and shows do that. Like, everything's normal, everything's normal, everything's normal. No, it's not. Everything's normal. Just like flashes like that. It's cool. That's one of my favorite things about watching. You ever watch the Monogatari series?
I did ring a bell. Sorry, I'm going back to the credit.
No, you're okay. In the Monogatari series, for you and anyone who may be watching, they'll have their scenes where the characters are talking, and then there's a quick flash away to like a title card, and they do that all the time, constantly, to sort of emphasize something happening in the scene. It's pretty neat.
Alright, if you go back to 2202 on this episode,
alright,
you can see there in the cast.
I'll just play it from 56, 59, 6, 1, 2.
Yeah, they did the same.
What the fuck?
They did the same thing in the episode before.
Oh
as
my
well.
god, hang on. Nope, something happened. Sorry. That's gonna cause problems next time I open this. There we go. And 2202. $21.56. Here we go. Oh yeah.
They do the same thing in episode 11. Just never noticed it before. I'm going back to episode 10 now to check.
I wonder.
Nope, not on episode 10. Apparently, there's a character we're not supposed to know about yet.
I like that they're still being credited though. That's kind of cool. This is fun. I really like this series.
So yeah, we just didn't notice it in episode 11, which I'm guessing must have to do with Mother, or God, I want to go back and check the last time the episode that the the giant dude was in, but I can't remember when the festival was we saw in an episode.
I want to say 4 or 5.
Yeah, but I'll just...
I want to say 5.
I guess I should. Let's see. What was the name of the beginning? I'm going to guess 6. Orbital resonance sounds like... Nope, I can tell that's the episode that the woman got off the boat. So that wasn't it. Yeah, I think it's 5. Yep, it was 5, so let's go with the credits of 5.
Look at me. Sometimes I remember arbitrary information.
Come on, credits come up. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Up, yep, cast. In episode 5, we have a blurred out person.
That's awesome.
So I think it has to be the big dude. Because he's the only one who's there in this episode. In that, although no,
Yeah.
what's
Actually,
her name?
I realize if it's him, I know why it's spoiled. I know why it's censored because someone fucking spoiled it without realizing. Remember, I told you the guy who I recommended it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me his name. I know his name.
Hold on, I got one other thing to check. Even though you've kind of semi-given the game away.
Yeah, sorry.
See, my thought there, because I had one other thought, that could it be Toki or Tomi or whatever her name is. But you're basically agreeing with me that it's the big dude.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, okay, I went back and I just confirmed it's not her anyway, on my own, without you telling me that it was. No, because my thought was, alright, who else has been in an episode only for a short bit who would be in the credits? Who was then also in that scene?
Yeah.
And Jean Girl was also in the one scene where that guy shows up with like the FBI badge thing. It's like, okay, let me go back to that episode and see if there's a blur in the credits understood. So it wasn't her. But yeah, no, well, I mean, in fairness, I did call out, hey, I think it's the big dude, before you said, oh yeah, I had that spoiled for me.
Well, no, that's what made me realize.
Yeah.
So with you there. Also, like, confirming it with episode 5. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't notice it in episode 5 either. We just now noticed this one fact. So
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just now confirmed it.
I don't know. I'm just saying that the show still has mysteries put in front of our very eyes that we've not noticed.
They have mysteries in the credits, bro. What the hell? The show is so good.
Yeah.
I wonder if anything in the summer lineup's gonna like beat this for me, honestly.
Well, I mean, we don't know what Yuri Deco is quite about yet. I mean, I've seen a summary of the ideas behind it, but still, there's no possible way to know what the show is actually going to be like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I saw Summer Wars vibes, and I'm like, I'm in, all in.
I don't know. Made in Abyss might be able to top this.
Maybe. I've heard depressing but excellent things about it.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, I guess Mother could be a bit more intimidating, or I don't know.
She's like literally acting like a child. Like that's not. I don't feel.
It could be that they're depicting her as like an animal, like controllable by hunger, which would then denote how the doctor who's been feeding her the entire time has been maintaining control. And then, if my theory is right that the big dude is actually the father, like, made himself into a monster via his control over Mother.
That would be...
Because, I mean, like I said, it seemed...
Interesting. I think I'd like that, but I really just something in my gut says no.
Well, like I said, it seemed to me like it was a no when she kept referring to her dad and what her dad knew. But then it all turned around for me when he said, your dad already knows. And it's like, oh, maybe I'm right. Maybe this is the way it is.
I think I want to ride that train with you. I think I'm gonna be like, yeah, big guys, they're dead.
Because, I mean, on the one hand, I kind of don't like mysteries that are easy for me to solve. Like,
but it's also fun when you, like, are like, oh, yeah, I was right, sweet.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm smarter than the show, though. On the other hand, I don't want it to be like, well, that's dumb. Like, I don't want to be like, put all the clues together. And I like being right, as we all know. But I do enjoy the whole, oh, I was right thing aspect because it makes me feel like I'm paying enough attention. At the same time, I don't know. I do like mysteries that are harder to solve.
It's I don't know, it's something really cool when you, like, really think you got it, and then, like, last second they sweep the rug out from under your feet, but then it works.
Yeah, mysteries that
Like,
have
that's what you're saying?
mysteries that have more than one solution, right? A
Yeah, okay.
satisfying mystery that I put all the pieces together and logically come to a solution that makes sense. And then the anime says, no, but this. And then I think for a moment and say, yeah, that also logically makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still on board. I don't feel gypped because it's not anime logic. Aha! But this thing we didn't tell you about until just now. But it's still, that's not what the show does, and I appreciate that. I just kind of wish for more.
There's something you said when we started watching this series that I kinda wanna, like, jump back to, and instead of agreeing completely, I wanna, like, half agree. But you said in the very beginning that the show respects its audience because it's delivering us these mysteries without, like, spoon feeding us everything, you know what I mean? And I really feel like it's done that. But, like, lately I feel like I'm calling shit, bro. I really feel like I'm calling it.
Well, because we live in a land of
Like, I feel like
tropes.
exactly. I feel like we just, like, we started off like, okay, we don't get it, but then, like, we caught on to the game, you know?
I mean, we're calling stuff, but there's still a lot of stuff we can't call.
And, like, I think one thing we complained about before was, well, they just gave us all our answers. What now? Well, I think this question, like, you and I were asking a bunch of questions back at each other, and I don't think all of them got
Oh, wait, hold on.
clarity.
Last episode. Did Mio get sucked through the gate or something?
I don't recall anything happening to her.
You remember? It was during the time where we were conflicting about the minute difference between us, where that girl, like,
Give me 1 second.
liquidizes part of the
I'm gonna
gate.
skim the episode.
She, like, dissolves part of the gate in front of a group of people. Did Mio get pulled through the gate or something? I'm just going back to why
Yeah.
Ginger Cop.
I'm at the scene now.
Yeah, I'm just going back to why Ginger Cop was by himself when he went down there with Mio, and how
Yeah.
Mio suddenly got into their
Okay,
grasp.
so they're standing together. They got a flash. Little girl standing behind the bars. Bars dissipate. Little girl makes a face. Mio runs after her.
Okay, and I guess that's when they get
Cop
separated.
follows,
Or not.
and those two are following him.
Like I said, I'm just very confused
Hang
on
on.
how Mio got caught,
Um,
and then he still doesn't know anything and is wandering around. And he's proven to be human. He gets shot in the fucking head and dies.
okay, so it's just implied that after Mio follows her, they get captured. And Cop Guy was telling the truth about his story.
You know what I'm saying is, she gets captured. He
Yeah.
doesn't mention anything about losing her when he wanders up to the shot girl, but to be fair, he had found
She was bleeding out.
yeah, so he didn't focus on that. Focused on her boobs for some reason, but whatever.
Because that's how he remembers girls.
Well, he's also that kind of guy. He's been proven to
Kind of
be,
scummy.
well, I don't know, scummy. He's
Well,
just,
maybe not scummy, but sleazy is the word I wanted.
yeah, he's an adolescent adult, is what I would say.
A man... No, just kidding.
I mean, basically, it's that, but clearer words.
I just see him as a pervy coward.
I don't know that he's been pervy. It's just that's the only sign that he's a perv. And so far is that he notices G-cups.
Look, if he identifies women specifically by their breasts, he's a little pervy.
Yeah, no,
That
that's what
was
I'm
the
saying.
one
It's
like
just,
thing he had.
it's the only instance of him doing it, though.
Right. But if that was a thing that he did, it can only be assumed, to me at least.
Well, I mean, literally, he's in a show where he's surrounded by women as well, and he hasn't done it to any of them.
Alright, I'll say he's surrounded by teenage girls.
Right. Which would be to
I
be if
wouldn't.
he was a
I wouldn't.
scummy pervert. He would have done
Well,
it
that's
a
what I
lot
said.
more.
I was like I said, sleazy was the word I was looking for.
Anyway, I don't know why we're focusing so much on him. He's literally done nothing so far. He's managed to die twice.
It was specifically him that led us into the conversation.
Right. I mean, I don't know why we're focusing on this aspect of him. It's literally the most minor part of his character.
Oh, I don't know, because I said one thing in passing and you needed to dissect it.
Right. I was more trying to lead us on into not talking about it anymore without pointing fingers at one another.
Oh, my bad.
Right. Like I said, his most poignant aspect is his ability to die twice.
Yeah, he really ain't shit.
Well, he dies outside of their house to Shadow Mio once.
Yeah.
And then he gets shot in the head down here with no real effect on the story at all.
No, it was just kind of like, boom, another body drop. Even if he could help you, he can't now.
Well, I mean...
That was the last one.
I mean, rewind a bit.
It was a sense of hopelessness for the character.
Well, no, I mean, let me rewind a bit. He had the effect on the story that he carried the author there. That was his effect on the story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. He's sort of a guide for the important characters. Give them a reason to be where they need to be.
I can't remember his name now. I want to call him Nazumi, but I don't think that's right. He's already dead by this point. Old Beardo.
Oh, Nezu?
Yeah, okay, that sounds right.
Because I think he had the same name as the principal from Hero Academia.
Well, he has the same name as somebody else in a show that we're currently watching. I remember I brought that up last episode when his name gets dropped. I just can't remember it now, and I also can't remember the show.
I don't know.
I think it's a show that us three weren't watching. It was the Gundam one. But
oh, okay.
But yeah, no, he died last episode, so he wasn't available to help author to get there.
Right.
So it was a necessary convenience to have Ginger Cop.
Yeah. He was supposed to be Mio's guide, and that ended about as well as we thought it would, honestly.
Well, I think Mio's the one that convinced him to go into the sewers, and he just followed behind.
Yeah.
I can't let you go in the sewers alone. As an adult.
No, I think she guilted him, or not guilted him, but was like, man, if you come with me, you sure will be a hero. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, I remember those words. Yeah. I just also remember what's her name? The original Shadow, as we now found out, luring Mio down into the sewer. Yeah, but I mean the little girl version of her. That's not helpful. They're all little girl versions.
The original little girl, from the one that drowned Mio, quote unquote.
Yes, the original girl that we're aware of, not the original girl that she turns out to be.
Yeah,
words are hard.
I do not remember her name.
It's harder than A. It's like Himike or Hike or Hine. Hime?
I don't think it was Hime. Yeah. I don't remember if it was Hime.
I'm just saying, words are difficult.
They're very difficult.
There's the original girl that we're aware of. There's the original girl she turns out to be. It's very... The one with the family that got murdered. And we visited them in their house.
Yeah, I know who we're talking about.
During that episode where you were watching the wrong episode.
It'd be like that.
It was such an important scene at the time. I mean, I keep going back to that we only saw it for like 30 seconds, but that 30 seconds of destroyed room said so much more than episodes of Tamagotchi Game. It's a very visual show.
Yeah, the show does a lot with its visual storytelling.
Well, I mean,
and I
like,
think they kind of have to, because, like, if your enemies are literally shadows on the ground, you need to draw your world. You need to paint pictures with what's happening.
well, I mean, even given so far as the credits, obviously the credits have no audio, and yet there's a mystery in the credits.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
The show is just so packed full of things if you're paying attention.
It's very, I would say, rewatchable in that aspect, because if knowing that now at episode 12, you could, I mean, obviously we have the power to just go back and go look at another episode, but if you're like watching this on Adult Swim 5 years from now, when they start playing it, who knows? And you have to like, okay, I'm gonna rewatch this in the order that Adult Swim gives me. Oh, look, episode 5. Hey, wait, that name that's burned out in episode 12. It's like, oh yeah, I just picked up something new from rewatching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna wait to see how it ends before I decide on a rewatch, but if we were just to pick, like, right now for deciding if we're gonna rewatch it eventually, I'd probably say yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't have to. Every time we figure something out, we just go back and look at it. So, thought occurs to me now, after I've been blathering for so long.
Sure.
He's able to take her back in time with him.
Yeah.
Does the mark on his arm that keeps appearing? Just go ahead and rewind.
I did see it I did actually see it. I did see it. It's there.
Yeah, the
handprint on his arm, it's there.
So does that mean that she's traveling too?
I don't think so, because that's what I thought happened with this last one, right? But unless there are two concurrently, like you had said, if I was right, you know what I mean?
I think I was wrong.
I don't know. Yeah?
I don't think there's two concurrent, because she turned into a shadow like at the beginning of that episode. So clearly she is already a shadow. I just still don't understand the IV. So I think that needs to be explained to me via the show and not via our suspicions. But no, let me focus on the hand thing real quick.
Okay, yeah.
The hand thing, they've been proven now, and they've shown that the shadows can create objects.
Yes.
The same way Ushio has done it many times. The hand is an object. The handprint is an object. It's either that or it's a direct shadow itself. And specifically a shadow is an object.
If you remember my original theory about her in the first place, she was using that handprint as a mark to track him through time. I don't think that's the case, based on the fact that this wasn't the same person. This wasn't the woman who was, like, revived at the festival. It's not the same.
Right. And I guess specifically the handprint is not a shadow, in that it is not a
living being.
Well, no, I mean, it's not an absence of light being blocked by something.
It's like a blotch on his body.
Yeah, because an absence of light would not be an object. It would denote the presence of another object blocking the light.
And we have seen them use light as a tool to mess with the shadows before, too, so it's not even like they're missing a detail.
Right. But a mark on the body would be an object in the same way that... In the same way that a tattoo on your body is the presence of a foreign material giving color to your skin, which could mean that shadow material is on his skin from which she could reform herself. Like she is actively traveling with him throughout time. So at some point...
That was my theory, but I don't know if it holds water anymore.
I mean, at some point in the future, there could be a version of her that's in danger, and this handprint comes off of the body to save her, is what I'm predicting might happen.
Gotcha. I don't know, because I feel like if she was really, like, sentient within that shadow, she would have pulled his hand away to stop him from drinking the mercury.
Right, but that would also...
It would make her plans come to fruition if she did that.
Well, no, she was paying attention to Ushio at the time, so she wouldn't even no one was paying attention to him, because if you're advancing that argument, then the possibly father shadow could have stopped him as well. But nobody was paying attention to him. This is why he got away with it.
Yeah,
It wasn't
you're
an
right. You're right.
inability to stop
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
It seems to me that that's an emergency call. Like, I'm leaving this here for when I need it.
Yeah, okay. But that would also... the past version of herself would have to know about that power to activate it.
Well, no,
And it's possible she does, but...
no, I'm not saying it's... I'm saying
Oh,
that
are you talking about from the first reset where she found him, she can, like, monitor him and jump back through time?
No, you know how Ushio became a necklace?
Yes.
And
Oh, you're
then,
saying she became the print.
yeah, because after she handprints, he just pulls away, and we're gone
Okay,
from that
so
scene.
if she becomes the print, then my theory does still hold. When you were talking about, like, oh, well, she was distracted, that doesn't matter. That would be a second her at that point.
Right, but I'm saying that maybe this one is here only to react when she is physically in danger. Resetting time doesn't stop the plan.
Protecting the body, protecting the host. Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Or, it's one of those big brain 5D chess moves where there is something that's about to happen and she knows it's going to happen and it's there to stop a specific thing. But, that
That's
seems
probably
like...
what it is.
Well, I
It's
hope
probably
not.
her Deus Ex Machina.
I hope not. That's the kind of move I hope the show doesn't pull. But at the same time, I'm hoping that we're going to get more information about a thing later that we can then look back on the handprint and say, clearly this is what this is for. Like, what if the one that grabs him and leaves the print is from a version of her that reached the festival and is there specifically to stop him? Wait, where did the shield come from?
He created it. The big guy.
Okay.
He created it in an instant. He's
Sorry.
very fast, very strong.
One of those instances of, hey, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, "You're not killing my target." No.
Yeah. Maybe it's a handprint that comes from an instance of her that's from a festival future, and they're gonna reach the festival again, and it's gonna act or something. I'm just saying, it has to be more than just a mark on his skin when we know the shadows can turn into anything.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's more than just a mark. There's no way it's anything less than a plot device.
And there's no way that they're gonna keep showing that Ushio can create objects and then not have the shadows create objects.
Right. I mean, we just saw Big Guy create the shield, so...
Right. And then the fact that the mark on the skin has to be part of a shadow.
And, moving forward, I want you to keep one thing in mind. The goddess, whatever, the lead shadow, she straight up said, yo, you are not a defect, Ushio, you have evolved. So consider all rules for Ushio just moot. Just don't care about them anymore.
I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you.
Just, I'm going to tell you she's gonna do stuff the rest can't, and I need you to just accept it.
I'm not, though, but I'm gonna tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna take everything I know about the shadows and start that as the platform for Ushio. And then when she starts doing other extra shit, I'm just gonna put that on top of the platform of shit we know that shadows can do. I'm still gonna be
Technically, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's like, isn't that what I just told you to do? And I was like, yeah, sort of. I'm still gonna be thrown off by it completely, and then a lot of words about it, which is the part against what you just said. But yeah. I'm explaining at the same time. I'm also going to just take it in.
But the way that you explain that, though, if you're like, this is just what shadows can do, I'm just going to be like, okay, this is what shadows can do. Under my breath, when they evolve.
I mean, in
I'll be
fairness,
with you. I'll be with you in part.
I hate having the Deus Ex shadow.
I
Only,
know.
only because it's like, it's the, well, what can Superman do? Anything he hasn't tried before,
Hmm.
right? So it's like,
Right.
what can this shadow do? Anything
I
we
know
haven't seen
that
another shadow do.
that is the exact reason why I was like, yo, I need you to just accept it. Because we're gonna spend like every episode talking about that, I feel like.
Every episode where she does something that she's never done before.
Right.
Also,
I'm
gotta
just
say,
honestly, when it comes to that, I'm just gonna let you talk and I'm gonna be like, yep, she's neat.
I am going to say, this episode is guilty of the thing I just accused Tamagotchi Game of not being guilty of, which is abusing a scene where something is possible and you didn't have to.
Oh yeah, they just keep beating that horse.
Oh, no, no. Hey, look! This shadow is able to strip her Ushio naked.
Hmm.
Let's keep focusing on that.
Yo, okay,
We
you're talking
didn't
about it.
have to. We
Didn't
didn't.
have to. But I
Didn't have to
mean, we
strip her
don't.
naked at all either.
But we don't have to start each reset cycle falling in some girl's tits.
We haven't for
And
a
I'm
long
glad they
time.
learned that lesson. They learned that lesson.
Right, right. It's just like
Sort of.
Tamagotchi Game saw their problem and was like, we're going to do the maximum amount we can with this, but we're not going to abuse it.
Hmm.
This isn't a fan service show. We're going to focus on the horror parts of this aspect of having a half naked girl here, but we're not going to keep the camera lingering.
Right.
Camera kept going back to Ushio to the point where she's on all fours, poised at the camera, stripped completely naked. And it's like, do we
With
have
only the
to?
most bare minimum censorship.
Yeah. It's like, do we
Honestly,
have to?
I know that's what that scene was, but I was not looking at that. The white where like a person's shadow should be, that's what grabbed me. I was like, yo,
No, no,
that's kind of cool.
they panned back to it multiple times before the whiteness showed up. Like, the whiteness was a front-on scene for maybe a little bit overhead.
Yeah.
We had plenty of butt shots of her now that she was naked. And it was
I
like,
straight up was not paying attention.
see, I was looking at it only because I kept thinking back to Tomodachi Game. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is unnecessary.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like,
Ushio's not your type. I don't think you were lingering just to linger.
I don't know. Jennifer Aniston is kind of also my type, and Ushio has sort of young Jennifer Aniston
Please,
feels.
please, please tell me. Never mind. No, never mind. I thought of something different. I had a different name in my head. It's not important. It was a Jennifer Aniston thing, but then it was a different Jennifer.
I'm sorry, I'm only bringing up Jennifer Aniston because I had a dream last night. A
No,
long romance dream of having Jennifer Aniston fall in love with me for some reason.
I was just gonna be like, yo, I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was like, wait, he likes Jennifer Lawrence.
Look, I said I had a type in the Tomodachi Game thing, and as it turns out, I don't really have a type. I appreciate a lot of people for a lot of different reasons.
I like girls.
I like people.
Same, honestly. If you're nice and you look nice to me, like that, let's talk. Anyway, I am ready to crash, my friend. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else on top of my head other than
I
the
don't think I'm
nurse.
capable.
I think the nurse being a shadow also indicates towards my theory about the doctor being
Shit,
father shadow.
I wanted to talk about the nurse, but I can't right now, so I'll probably DM you later. Maybe if we feel it important enough, we can like just quickly record something to pop in the video
Oh,
at the
that's
end. I don't
fine.
know.
We can bring it up at
Okay.
the beginning of next episode if you remember.
I'm not gonna remember. But
Also,
it's
I
alright.
guess at some point between here and then, look at that one scene at the beginning of the episode I talked about.
What happened again?
At the beginning of the episode, right before the opening intro, with the
No, I remember there was
eyes and the
something.
brain thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at that now quickly. Where was that?
Just before the opening credits.
Should be right here.
Oh, I mistake the one scene of the You're Alive for the opening credits for a second. Yeah, like 129. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
It might just be you this time, but that's all right.
I think it's an aspect of that I'm watching it on 2 different monitors. I have
That might be it.
my main monitor is darker than the screen that I'm recording it on.
Yeah.
And now seeing it on the screen I'm recording on, it looks less like it. But on the darker monitor, you had the 2 brainless baby things look like eyes. You have the people standing down there, what would be the mouth. And then you have the top here being hair or brain.
Yeah, like I was trying to see it, and like I sort of kind of saw it, but not enough.
Yeah, like I said, on a darker monitor, it's a thing
good.
that I see, which is a thing. I also apologize now to our viewers that the one of you that probably gets this far into a recording that
Here's for you.
That I have to put a dark filter over top of it to be able to upload this at all. So scenes like this that happen in the sewers, where everything's fucking dark, is getting.
You just basically don't see much.
Or anything at all, unless it's real bright, because it's a 90% darkness opacity. I have to filter over it. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is pretty hardcore on this one. Almost Spy X Family levels, except Spy X Family is getting.
Oh, it's because this one's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Disney owns this.
I brought that up way back when we were first doing the ratings. I brought it up in episode 1 even. Where like, this might be the only episode we watch of this. Because Disney is pretty litigious.
They are.
But we got this far, so, you know, I keep going.
Sweet.
And the daytime episodes are pretty okay. Alright, so this has been Summertime Renter. I've been Raktus, and this has been Chey. We'll catch you for next episode.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?